now that are about firsthand, not from media, people telling you, I mean, just like firsthand, it's absolutely present. You see how similar we all are, you know? You see the little kids, see the old grandmothers and grandpas, find special connections with people. I think it's very important. We're lucky to be able to travel all around the world to get to do that kind of stuff, you know? So anyway, enough about that. On to Father Dan. As we come to the last few moments of the show. Well, not moments, but, well, anyway, yeah. Oh, great. Okay, so.
The first one I get to represent because the lady who was supposed to be here tonight is unable to be here, but I've been privileged to be involved in a ministry for now over 21 years called Retrobuy. And Retrobuy is a ministry of helping to help couples who are broken in their marriages to be able to have healing and wholeness and communications in their marriages. We had the privilege of knowing a couple from the parish here, Bill and Sherry Schaefer. And Bill died last year at age 51 of a carcinoma. And Sherry was unable to be here tonight, but she wrote these words which I'd like to share with you. She writes, in 2005, my husband and I came to a point in our marriage where we had to make the choice to focus on strengthening and improving our relationship or possibly choosing divorce. We turned to Father Dan for guidance, and he directed us toward Retrobuy. We attended in early 2006, and through the program was transformed. Besides learning techniques and tools to communicate better, we were surrounded by people who valued marriage. Our kids also reaped the benefits of the program. We had all learned to express our feelings better. We also truly felt glad that we were called to let God into the center of our marriage. Little did we know that in 2006, the storms that would lay ahead of us. In 2014, my husband was diagnosed with stage 4 angiosarcoma. We not only felt the love and the support of the Retrobuy community, but because of this program, we were eager to face the battle against cancer as a strong couple. Able to face the battle against cancer as a strong couple. Bill lost his fight, but we had such a great peace in our home during that year. We had made the choice to seek joy each day that we had together. Learning to make these positive choices, even though through our feelings may have been leading us in a different direction, was reinforced by what we gained through the Retrobuy program. Not only were we blessed by this ministry, we have been supported and cared for by many of our wonderful healing ministries here. We are forever grateful. And then I'd like to call forward now Louise, who represents our cancer support group. Dominic's mom was supposed to be here tonight, but she was feeling under the weather, so she's unable to be here. So Louise, where are you at? You want to stay where you are, or you want to come up? Okay. You going to play trumpet for us too? No. She's not used to tuning her own horn. Sorry about that.
Also known as Nurse Louise, glad to be here with you this evening. About 2 years ago, I got a phone call from Nancy Bernacci, the mother of Dominic, and she invited me to join the cancer support group. Wow, that was a big move. It was so powerful to be associated with Nancy and watch her cope with the cancer diagnosis, but to take it even further for personal growth in mind, body, and spirit. And she is the primary mover of the cancer support group, which has assisted many over the last few years. It's been a pleasure to be in the company. When you get the diagnosis of a terminal illness like cancer, it's scary. Your first concern is, am I going to live or am I going to die? And how will I do that? And the second thing is, when you figure out, you get through why me, then you move on to how am I going to cope. And Nancy has helped numerous people. The why me problem solving takes a great deal of mind work, and I think it's is demonstrated in my book that a rabbi wrote after losing his 5-year-old son. He wrote the book, Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People? And I think we all struggle with that at some time in our life. He went to every philosophy around the world and wrote about 2 inches of material, and it was very difficult to get through. And I'm not going to bore you with all the philosophical problem solving, but as I was driving down the street, and God forgive me for this, Father Dan, I saw a car bumper sticker that explained the book very carefully. Shit happens. There is no reason why one person gets cancer and another one doesn't. They have to live with it. It's just a matter of atoms randomly landing. Once you get past that, then you're going to ask yourself, how am I going to cope? And we have had the cancer support group, and it is a way of sharing and caring. A long time ago, we had Boys Town. I know none of you are old enough to remember that. And they produced a stamp, and it's a snowy day, and they had like a 19-year-old young man struggling to go through the snow, and he's got a 5-year-old child on his back. And the priest asks, why are you doing that? And he isn't heavy, Father, he's my brother. And that's what we found in the cancer support group, is brothers and sisters who can share the load and cope. So that's our cancer support group. And thank you, Dominic, for being here tonight to support us.
Thank you very much, Louisiana. It's awesome you just swore in church.
Any questions in the chapel after?
Thank you very much. Before I intro this final tune, I just want to let you know that this is the final tune, but then we're going to have an encore after that. Clap. And then wrap things up. But I want to play this song. This is a song that I wrote for my mom, and just to tell you, I don't know if you heard it already, but I'm very proud of her for putting that group together and see how it's brought a lot of people with different walks of life together for a similar reason. And couldn't be more proud of her because she went through that whole thing, and I figured that the last thing she was thinking about was other people, but that's her and everyone in my family. I always think about other people first, and it was, really touched that she put that together. I wrote this song. It's called A Prayer for You, and it was a song that I wrote kind of as a dedication to, or also kind of a meditation of sorts. Going through that whole time, we've been touched by this cancer thing in some way or another. All the different ministries, we have all these different struggles. And for me, I was having a hard time dealing with it, and I wanted to write a song that kind of possessed the opposite qualities of what I was feeling at the time, being that moment of uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen. I wanted to write a very predictable melody, for confusion, and I wanted to write a very clear and concise melody for all the darkness I was feeling. I wanted to write kind of the most beautiful, solemn melody I could write. And I wrote it in the key of my C, which there's no flats and no sharps, and I only used the scale tones, so it's very simple. Because I wanted a lot of simplicity during that time. And I was able to play this for my mom and found out that she was, in remission. At the same time, she was down up in New York and performed this song for her, very special. But I know it couldn't have happened without the support of the church here, the family, and all of that. So we'd like to play this song in closing, kind of. And this is called A Prayer for You. This record is something that it's been a dream of mine since I was like 16 16 or 17 years old to do. And I look around the room and see so many family members here, which is beautiful. And it this whole record comes full circle because it's a collaboration between myself and one of the greatest producers of American music. His name is Tommy the Puma. Someone I wanted to meet since I was 16. And I remember my grandma's brother, my Uncle Mario, who played drums, he grew up playing with Tommy way back in the day. And Tommy's from Cleveland originally. And I remember, he had called Tommy when I was a kid. He said, "This kid's coming up to New York, Tommy, you gotta check him out, get together with him." And I thought that was so beautiful. And, so I called Tommy up when I was 18, 19 years old. I said, "Man, we can do a record or what?" Call me back next week. It was like 4 years later. He answered the phone 4 years later. He said, "Okay, call me back next week." For another 2 years, But anyway, eventually, we developed a really beautiful relationship that I'm super grateful for. And it comes all the way back kind of full circle to the family thing. And it's really beautiful. And it's taken 15 years to kind of get his attention and to get him in the studio. I know he was just kind of waiting for the right time and all that, and worked out great. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much to our family, Uncle Mario's family especially, and everyone for introducing me to him. So those of you who don't know Tommy, I know you know his works. When he produced Barbra Streisand, The Way We Were, that one. We know all of Diana Krall's music from the very first album. There's some stuff on Michael Bublé, but Paul McCartney's last couple records, going back to Miles Davis, Tutu in the 80s. And he did David Sanborn, and he did George Benson, Reason, and he did countless others. Anyway, that's who Tommy is. And he's not as out front as like Quincy Jones or like Dane Foster. It's like those are household names. Tommy's kind of behind the scenes. But if you look him up, it's ridiculous, his history. Anyway, point being, we did this recording session here in Cleveland. We did it down at the Creative Center downtown, which is named after him. We brought Steve Gadd on drums, which is like one of the baddest legendary guys. Christian McBride on bass, this YouTube kid from London, Collier. We brought over Larry Golding. It's all the whole all-star kind of cast, It was a special project. And anyway, we've been working on it for 4 years, and it's finally coming out in June. So that's a long way of saying the record's coming out. And we have our CD release tour stopping in Cleveland on June 25th at the Hannah Theater downtown for Tri-City Jazz Fest, which we're really excited about. So anyway, that record is really kind of a culmination of all my family upbringing and all the great support I had. So I just want to say thank you to everyone in my family for coming out to support tonight and for just your general support of everything that we get to do. So thank you all so much. I'll clap. Anyway, that's done. Cool. Now on to more important things. Please welcome back to the stage to sing the closing song with us, Mr. Father Dan.
So before we conclude, I would just like to say a special word of thanks and appreciation to Dominic and his band tonight. When he said his family trait was helping others and putting other people first, it begins here too, in terms of Dominic and all that he's done for so many different people throughout Greater Cleveland. And thank you guys for being here tonight. It's been very, very special. We're so fortunate and blessed to have you here at the parish. Thank you.
Thank you so much for supporting all ministries. Really appreciate it. You guys do a special job, and wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
There's a reception in the gathering area after the concert tonight, and hope that you'll stay around and join us for some refreshments. And also the CDs are on the right-hand side. We always have to do that when we're selling tickets at the gathering, so it's probably where it is. Pre-sale.
You only go home with a receipt.
You go home with a receipt. Right. A receipt is a promise of what is yet to come, so it's a good one. Make someone happy They just want someone happy. They just want the heart you sing to. One smile that cheers you, one face that lights when it nears you, one your everything to think. If you wish it comes and goes in a minute, where's the real stuff in life to cling to? Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you found them, build your world around them. Make someone happy. Just make someone happy, and you will be happy too. Stuff in life cling to. Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you found them, build your world around them. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy.